Hey everybody, GC13 here. For more than 2 years, Brigid was one of Craig of the Creek's one-episode characters. Quite inexplicably, I always thought, considering how great her one episode was and her role in it. Well, that all changed when Children of the Dog aired. Don't worry, Turner, I'm sure your second episode will come. Someday. When I first lamented Brigid's disappearance from the creek, I came up with a few ways her story could be told in the background, but Children of the Dog put her front and center again. It seems like those 2 years went about as well for Brigid as she could have possibly hoped. Not only were the Fredites still together, but their message was more popular than ever. Of course, their message had changed a little. Rather than encouraging kids to surrender to the wisdom of Fred, Brigid was preaching how great it was to have a dog, and training her followers to have dogs of their own. As he does, Craig got mixed up in all of this while lamenting that he didn't have a pet of his own. It didn't hurt that Brigid had a fantastic song to go with her presentation. Bad moves? You have competition. And so, based on a very compelling endorsement from Annie, the Stump Kids all joined Brigid's program, proving that they were able to handle the great responsibility of caring for a dog by caring for Brigid. It was a very challenging program. But they persevered. For a time, at least. After 2 hours in the emergency room saying nothing but, "I want a dog," Craig started to get the feeling that Brigid might be taking advantage of kids. Reconsidering the strength of Annie's endorsement? Perhaps she looked a little familiar? They tailed her back home, only to learn that Brigid never got her a dog. She had just been walking someone else's. Unfortunately, while Craig knows never to say walk around a dog, he forgot that dog cultists know how to spell. The Stump Kids may have learned the truth, but they were all stuffed into a sack for their trouble. Of course, Brigid had her own ideas about what the truth was. Since her parents wouldn't let her have a dog, and I do think starting a cult qualifies as being too intense, she was dedicated to providing other similarly cursed kids with all the joys of pet ownership by becoming their dog herself. Rather than let the Stump Kids interfere with the upcoming Pinky Swear ceremony, she left them dangling precariously over the creek, a situation from which they narrowly escaped a dire fate. Now free, interfere they did. Craig revealed the truth to the other kids still in the program, and it looked like he was getting through to them, but that's when Brigid revealed her final transformation. The kids in the program wouldn't just care for her like she was a dog, she would truly become their dog. It was... It's
a place where you can be someone else for a while, and some of us have realized that makes us feel even more like ourselves.
Yeah, that's as good a way to summarize it as any. Desperate as they were for a pet, the trainees were happy to accept Brigid as a dog, while the Stump Kids decided to bounce. Maybe they felt really unsafe there. I have to admit, I never would have imagined that Brigid could come back as a Creek Kid version of a televangelist, using shills and songs to con kids out of their time and attention. At the same time, though, it seems like such a natural direction for the cult to take. She was chosen as the new Fred, after all. Why wouldn't she end up becoming a dog? I'm not sure if Brigid will ever get a third episode, but all the same, I wonder how things will play out for her. Will she continue playing the part of a family pet, or will elements of Fred seep back in and a new cult form around her? Given the unexpected turn Children of the Dog took, the only thing I can be sure of is that any idea good enough for another Brigid episode will be one I never see coming. What did you think about Brigid's return? Did you expect her dog transformation at the end? Let me know down in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more cartoon videos.